So now we are on to Mars in Cancer. Okay, with Mars in Cancer, this is another one of those placements of detriment. So like I said in my Mars in Aries video, Mars is in its exaltation in the sign of Capricorn. So obviously the sign, well, not obviously, that's why we're going through this. The opposite sign being Cancer is going to have that opposite effect, meaning it's going to be, this is a placement of, not the strongest placement, a placement of, I don't really like the term weakness. It really just depends on how you work it, you know. So with Mars being drive, ambition, that masculine energy in a woman's chart, how we go after things, masculine energy in a man's chart, sexual stamina, with it being in Mars in Cancer, these people tend to, Cancer is a changeable sign. So with Mars being your energy level, okay, not just sexual energy, but your energy levels in general, your vitality, along with the sun, you can see these people, their like energy level is dependent a lot on their mood, okay, and their mood depends on what phase the moon is in. So as a Mars in Cancer, wherever you have Cancer in your chart, you want to check the moon phases just to see how you're being influenced, because the moon does change every couple days. So you want to keep an eye on that part of your chart in general, because you will see fluctuations, and it's just kind of a good idea to know where things are headed so that you can better prepare yourself. And yeah, like these people can do well in the workplace, dealing with especially women, things where women can be quite emotional or be more emotionally vulnerable, because Mars can also represent, like I said, your drive, your ambition, your goals, your career choice. So with Mars being in Cancer, these people do tend to work with women or in the more feminine areas, healing work, esoteric work, nurses, hairstylists, things like that. And yeah, like these people could just wake up and just be like, I don't feel like going to work. And if they could, they will skip. They will. Also, when it comes to their work, they can tend to attract, like I said, women who are very comfortable emotionally sharing things. So like I said, you can find yourself as a Mars in Cancer working with a lot of women, working around areas where people just tend to require more nurturing, more nourishment, emotional care. These people do tend to be sensitive, and they can have like a hair trigger temper, because we are talking about your emotional side when we talk about the sign of Cancer. And when we're talking about Mars, we're talking about your combative side, or like the warrior in you. So these people, when they do get upset and angry, they'll cry, and it won't be out of fear. It'll be out of sheer frustration. In the middle of a fist fight, these people can like, or right before one, they could like, their eyes could well up with tears out of the frustration. Also, in terms of physical stamina, these people can struggle with stomach problems, stomach issues, like ulcers, okay, like acid reflux, things like that. These people love junk food. They love food. They love to eat. That's a comfort for them. Like with a lot of other strong Cancer placements, food is a comfort for Mars and Cancer. So that could be something that they tend to indulge in when they're, you know, when they're sad. Or on the opposite end, they could have no appetite when they're upset, or when they're anxious, they could just not want to eat. And your weight could definitely fluctuate with this position. Your stomach weight could fluctuate with this position, since Cancer does rule the belly, the womb area. When it comes to intimacy, these people don't really, with all the Mars and water placements, they don't really like the casual sex. They don't really want to one night stand you. Like, if they do, they're not going to necessarily enjoy it. You gotta look at the whole chart. But that's not really what they're more so into, that emotional connection, that spiritual vibe, somebody that they feel comfortable with and safe. You know, think Cancerian energy, nurturing, the mother, the womb. They want to feel that within a sexual connection. So they tend to stick with a partner for a long time, or even a sexual partner for a while, just because of that level of comfort. And also Cancer does represent the past, so these people can double back and fuck exes. Their sexual stamina pretty much depends on, and their sexual arousal is really a lot based on like their feelings, their emotional side, how things are going for them within relationship. You know, is gonna, like, if their partner and them is having a fallout, or if they don't have anyone consistent in their life, they won't go for long bouts like a celibacy like a Mars and Scorpio could, but they'll shy away from sex, and they'll like either hit up an ex, or they'll just kind of like just casually date, or just kind of like talk to people and communicate with people that they kind of already know. Because like I said, Mars and Cancer is looking for that connection, that emotional connection, that comfort. You know, they don't want to just kind of lay up with anybody. Feeding them, taking them out for good food, especially good seafood, because this is a crab we're talking about. That can be a way to like get them, like, to seduce them, as well as, like I said, making them emotionally comfortable. What else for Mars and Cancer? They're attracted to someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, or at least or the opposite in Capricorn, who's very cold, because like I said, those opposite ends, there tends to be like that magnetic pull. But who they're going to get along with better is someone who emotionally is going to pretty much entertain them and be patient with their softer side, and the fact that they want someone who's going to stick around way after the sex is done, okay? Or way after, you know, the sexual intimacy isn't the main thing on the menu. Like I said, these people really want that connection. So that's all I have for Mars and Cancer. Stay tuned for Mars and Leo up next.